She was my wife of a few days shy of our 15th wedding anniversary, a woman I love and have loved for 18 years. And it pains me greatly that I shall never look upon her again, never have a conversation with her again, never get to make her laugh or see it when she is so very, very excited about something.
I read the first monologue in this play, and it's by a widower, and so it hits home with me. There was this moment in the play that I had built in that asks the audience members to name the dead, to name somebody who died of metastatic breast cancer. And in every performance that we had done in our little read-throughs here in Macon, it was a very awkward pause. And when I got up there and I started reading, right after that, they asked this question of the audience.
Please speak the names of the people that you know who have died of breast cancer.
And there was this little pause, and then a name.
Mary Lou Weber.
Another name.
Jenny Pagliaro.
Another name.
Kaylin Masterson.
And the names just started coming.
Linda Silver.
Anya Silver.
I feel her presence, of course, every day. I still walk. I think there's like grief and madness sort of, or there's a pretty fine line or a blurry line between them. I walk around the house. I still talk to her.
Nobody really wants to talk to you if you're stage 4 because you're everybody's nightmare. And so a lot of women who are living with stage 4, and I know a lot of them, feel very alienated even from the people who should be their sisters, other people, women who have had cancer of some sort. And so this poem is about that experience of becoming someone with metastatic cancer.
Since she had been diagnosed in 2004 when she was pregnant with my son Noah, my life had one goal, which was to grow old with Anya and to take care of Anya in some way, to be a caretaker. And she didn't need much caretaking, but I was sort of driven by that. That was each year's goal, was to live to the next year. And so when she died, it was a strange thing that caretaking identity was gone. She had been sustained in part by the love I had for her and the love we shared together, and of course Noah too. But she had been sustained in a different kind of way by the metastatic breast cancer community that she found online. And I knew how important that was to her, and I felt a real sense of gratitude to that community for being there in a way that I couldn't be there because I didn't have the illness inside of me.
Even when the old promises begin to fall away, when we see less clearly the gardens of our former lands, still we are together, friends, and we know what our beloveds do not yet know. We can see through each other to the lapping silence beyond the Milky Way.
I thought, well, this will be a way for me to grieve and to stay close to this community that was so important to Anya, and in a sense to stay close to Anya too. I had thought that Anya's sort of zest for life and her humor, we laughed every day. I thought that was an outlier. I thought, most people with stage 4 incurable cancer are going to be in pain and sad on a daily basis. And the fact is that most people are in pain or they have sources of sadness every day, but they're hilarious, full of life. I think I was expecting to find victims, and what I found were human beings. And I want to make sure to honor them and to be truthful to the experience. The first step was bringing people in from the metastatic community into our readings.
I keep a picture on my refrigerator. That's my BC picture. Before cancer. Before I knew.
How do you get across within the metastatic breast cancer community, this now close-knit community that exists online, knowing they know their friends die every week? How do you communicate that to the outside world, but somehow communicate some kind of hope? Where does that hope lie? And how can I, in the last half of the second act, communicate the disaster that is metastatic breast cancer, but also communicate what I heard from every person that I talked to, the sense of life, the a sense of love and laughter. People that I've spoken with who are dying entrusted me with their voice. I'll do whatever I can do to make sure that more people hear their voices.